Hey everybody, welcome back to Arcanum. Got a comment here real quick. Shit. Some guy says, I used to think my inventory management was bad, but yours is a goddamn nightmare. No, I just choose not to sit there and nitpick where every single little thing goes. If the inventory management system in this was better, I would probably be a little bit more likely to actually bother to organize this shit, but it kinda sucks. Frankly. You and diplomacy, this should go over like a lead balloon. No, it depends. If I got the skills, I could do diplomacy in games. Didn't have them good enough this time, but it worked out. That's about what I figured would happen. The one thing that does surprise me is a little was that none of your party members getting caught up in the instant death. That would be why I immediately ran away the minute shit went sideways. So she's gonna be your last companion. Someone has an itch for Elven Poon. Yeah, but I also like the fact that she can start softening up enemies well before they get, like, too close to you. Too close to you. She goes through arrows like a son of a bitch, though. But anyway, let's get into this. Thanks for your comment, by the way. Oh, yes. I went and gained some levels, and came back to Torrent to sell off the loot. And we encountered this little, situation. What is going on here? That totalitarian Captain Wheeler has some noble orcs who are striking for their rights trapped inside this factory. Captain Wheeler, what can you tell me of him? He's the captain of the Tarantian Guard. He believes the orcs aren't fit to live, let alone have any rights. That's what all this is about. All the orcs want is the right to unionize. I'm trying to keep this from deteriorating into what happened last time. What happened last time? It was a massacre. Captain Wheeler mowed the protesters down with a mechanized gun. It was horrible. I suppose that's why they chose a hole up inside a factory this time instead of protesting in the open. For Wheeler to get inside, he'd have to sacrifice some men, and that would look bad for him. What happened to Wheeler after he killed the protesters? Nothing. Somebody on the council actually wanted to give him a medal. That's shocking. Yes, it is. And what is more, I feel it is directly responsible for the situation that has arisen today. Why is that? The orcs feel they have to do things like this to draw attention to their plight. They feel that they cannot effect any change through political ends when they are seen as expendable beasts. It is all the more pity as Mr. Throg could be just the man we are looking for. Mr. Throg, the man you were looking for. Don Throg is the leader of the orcs. Because he has human blood, we can make a case for his rights to unionize before the council. There has never been a case to determine the rights of a half-orc under the law. If a half-orc can pass for human, they usually keep their heads down so that others won't think of them as orcs. If they look like orcs as well. If they look like orcs, well... Yeah, I see. So Mr. Throg appears to be human. He just fucking said that. He is unique in that his features have a distinctive orcish cast to them, but instead of making him look like the dumb brute, it actually gives him something the appearance of a swarthy rogue. And I've never met a half-orc with the charisma he has, or near anyone else for that matter. So what can be done to defuse this situation? Nothing, I'm afraid. It seems Mr. Throg has reached the end of his days. But it's too bad. I suppose I will be on my way then. What? Are you certain there's nothing that can be done to help here? Am I not smart enough? What the fuck is going on? Okay, I should be able to fucking... Well, this is fucking irritating. Labor agitators, yeah. I'm not gonna read all this shit right here, though. So I'm just gonna take a moment to pause and... Didn't agree with you. Captain Wheeler told me to come speak to you. I'm going to convince him to surrender. Son of a bitch. Well, this is probably going to be a bad ending card here, because I don't see a fucking way to do this. Maybe I don't have enough, yeah, I probably can't fucking convince him good enough. That sucks. Who you? What you doing here? Wheeler send you speak or I kill you. I'm here to speak to Mr. Frog and help you. He's in back. You try anything, you be dead. Hold still, fucker. So, they finally sent someone to kill me, have they? I'm here to convince you to surrender. Surrender, deliver my fate in the hands of those narrow-minded oppressors? Not likely. Even were I to survive the experience without doubt, it would do nothing to change the plight of my brothers. You must be heard. Wheeler wouldn't dare kill you in front of the crowd. Of course he would. The papers congratulate him for yada yada yada. I have no idea. Dying like a caged animal will accomplish me less. Durant dies tonight. We'll make the masters pay. Well, whatever. Looks like I can loot some corpses. Ah, fuck, he already got... Look. Now they hate my ass. Okay, fuck this mission. Okay, I must have... There must be a stat that I have to have up high in order to get this little bastard to actually do anything. Or there's some trigger I'm missing. What the hell is the name of this quest? Okay, well, I'm going to look this up real quick and see if there's something I'm missing here, because this is actually kind of important to the actual ending of the game, as far as the little ending cards goes. Okay, looks like I need 2 more points in persuasion. You know, you would think offering a intelligent way out would be, you know, sufficient, but nope. You gotta be able to persuade the motherfucker. Whatever. Anyway, fuck that guy, we're leaving. Oh, I sold the actual pelt of the Stillwater Beast back to H.T. Parnell, so we're back up and running as far as that goes. He's back up and running, I should say. We got an extra 2 G's out of it. So, let's get out of town. Either this situation will sit and wait for a while for me to get some shit done, or it won't. I'll throw a couple more ranks in persuasion on there, but because it is actually a fairly useful diplomatic thing there. We could still do the boil, but eh. boils pretty much pure combat. Okay, yeah, we'll be doing the skulls thing later on. I guess we can go deal with this stupid, Brentford A. Terwilliger, yeah. That actually might be a good idea to do that. Shit, you know, I'm already here, I'm just gonna reload. I didn't even think about that. Come on, caffeine, hurry up and work. Where am I? This is City Hall, and I am Secretary of the Department of Water and Power, sir. What do you do here? We regulate the flow of water in and out of the city, track the power consumption of the various areas of Torrent, and we maintain the sewers at the engines around town. Yeah, you're useless to me. Edward Willowsby. Yeah, this is not the guy I really want. Hall of Records. Yeah, there we are. What manner of place is this, pray tell? This great place is known as the Hall of Records. All manner of knowledge is kept upon these premises. It is here that all our census records are kept, as well as tome upon tomes of archives. Can you tell me how many years the census has been kept? It is an unfortunate circumstance that an accurate census of the civilized continent has only been kept for the last 20 years. However, it should be noted that for Torrent, we have records dating back as much as 200 years. What type of information do the archives contain? The archives contain profuse amounts of information. Most of it exists in the form of deeds and other legal papers, but there are also newspapers. Newspapers? Yes, it is the most exciting endeavor we undertook. We have been archiving every newspaper for the last 120 years. They have turned out to be an exceptional resource for research on many subjects, as the newspapers contain such a myriad of information. Everything from attention-grabbing headlines to obituaries from the past 120 years are stored in our archives. Their storage requirements must be immense. Not as much as one might think. Before the automated printing press came into being 30 years ago, newspapers were only created every month or two. Are you able to help me locate the individual? Brentford A. Terwilliger. Wait. My apologies, sir. There does not appear to be an individual by that name in Torrent. Would it be possible to check the records further back? 50 to 100 years ago. Wait. Oh, good news, sir. Brentford A. Terwilliger. Human. Born. Unknown. Died 1804. Here in Torrent. Well, this would explain why we were unable to locate him living in Torrent. Do you wish me to retrieve his obituary? Yes. Oh, yes. Here we are. Him, 5/11/1804, Brentford A. Terwilliger, author of Sin Ang, Horror Among the Dark Elves, was found dead in his home today. His death appears to have occurred amongst mysterious circumstances. The authorities are calling for further investigation. Oh, what a dreadful incident. Are there any books contained with your archives? I'll be leaving now. Yeah, we'll have to go to the library then. Oh, shit. Alright, where's the fucking library? That's the museum, right? Oh, just go. Just fucking walk. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. Let's select your building. Library, there we go. Go inside, you asshole. Do you have Sing Ang Horror Among the Dark Elves? I suspect we may well have a copy. However, without a membership, I'm sorry, but I cannot assist you. Membership? That is correct. Anyone who wishes to peruse their volumes of knowledge must become a member. The Library of Torrent contains a myriad of books which house many diverse subjects. How much is it for a membership? Costs a mere 1,500 coins. Fine, fuck it, whatever. Thank you and welcome. All the books contained in the Great Library are free for you to peruse. Do you have Sing Ang? Sounds spooky. Does the library have it? Yes. Wait a moment, I'll go and look. I'm sorry, sir, but I was not able to find Sing Ang Horror Among the Dark Elves. However, I did find another book that may be of interest to you. What book would that be? Curse of Sing Ang. It appears to be a book about the one you were searching for. May I check it out? Yes, of course. Thank you. We'll attempt to explain in the plainest words possible the mystery surrounding Redford A. Terwilliger and his controversial work known as Horror Among the Dark Elves. Many of the stories I will present to you are both strange and frightening. By giving my word as an author and scholar, yada yada yada. There were very few copies of the book ever published. Mr. Philip Misk. Mr. Misk's son, Victor Misk of Caledon, still has the copy in his possession and is hiding it for fear. Yep, so we have to go to fucking Caledon. That's gonna be special. Find Victor Misk. Okay, so I think this is the right way to get the Caledon thing triggered.
You have returned.
Nope. Guess not. Alright, let's see. Dipshit's in Blackfruit, if I remember right. Or Ashberry. Wasn't it Ashberry? It's gonna take forever to run out of town. But there is no choice. You have to do it like this because, I no longer can get on the train. You know, they could have, like, left a gap between that building and this spot here. Just saying. Okay, off to Ashbury we go. Oh yeah, like I said, I was going around doing some grinding, and I found the ancient temple and the dungeon of the dragon pool. That's another fairly major quest that I'm thinking about just going ahead and doing. Anything left over like that at the end, before the actual ending campaign in the game, will be taken care of then. Just like these poor dumb fucking orcs are about to get taken care of. Not even wasting my time with them. With looting them or nothing. Ah, what the hell. Yeah, when I'm grinding for levels, these guys don't seem to want to fucking show up. I have to break disintegrate out a little bit. It takes up so much fatigue though, but it's kind of worth it. Oh wait, why did I go there? What's wrong with me? At least I didn't go too far off course. Save, because, you know. Is he in Ashbury or is he in Blackroot? I can't fucking remember. I think he brought me back to... I think he brought me back to Ashbury. Captain Edward Teach. Yeah, I could definitely use a fucking captain to sail with me. There's Caledon right fucking there. Okay, so what the hell's the problem here? Am I missing a trigger here? Need someone to take me to Caledon. 100 points ahead. Passage for 5. I'm ready to go to Caledon. Alright, well that's cool. I could have swore there's something else with Edward Teach where you can get... Oh, that's right. That's more towards the end game. There's another island you can go to, but nobody really wants to take you there. That is correct. Okay. So now we have another city to explore. Here's the docks area. Caledon was a city you embarked on the airship originally. I don't know where your character is actually supposed to be from. Don't go picking shit up, guys. 23 Kings Way. What's the actual store? The Mushroom Inn. Okay. Actually, we need to go out here somewhere. I think it's this place. It's one of these fucking houses. We're gonna go into them, and there's one thing we've been hauling since the very beginning that finally now I can get rid of. No, it's not this house. I think it's the brown one, wasn't it? Fuck, I don't remember. Oh, God. Crashy motherfucker. Oh, great. We're back in fucking Ashbury. That's just awesome. Okay, enough of that shit. Yeah, fuck it. We're not gonna bother getting the shit memorized yet. Or was it that place down here? I know it's out here on the edge of fucking town. That's the thing. Yeah, of course the fucking rabbit screws me over. No, this is not the right spot. That's, fuck. One of these fucking dipshit... Oh, wait, never mind. This fucking place. Pretty sure. Okay, run out of there. The game is definitely pretty fucking clunky. There we go. What can I do for you? Who are you? I'm Hieronymus Maxim, inventor of the mechanized gun and the recently absconded aeroplane, a heavier-than-air flying machine. He appears distracted for a moment and then thrusts his hand toward you. Oh, you'll have to excuse my absent-mindedness. I was just admiring the ruins of my life. What happened to your factory? Damned imbecilic ogres stole my flying machine prototypes and burned down my factory. And just to add that little extra joy to the whole affair, they beat me senseless as well. Now the king's advisors say I'm a fraud, that heavier-than-air flight is impossible. They say I staged the whole thing to cover my failure. Without proof, my days here are done. I saw your machines fly. You saw them fly? Where? Where are my aeroplanes? The ogres crashed them after shooting down the Zephyr. Those stupid, inbred, ignorant beasts. They wrecked my masterpieces. And for what? To kill innocent people? The bastards. I can say I saw your machines fly. Would that help? I am sorry to say I fear your word would not be enough. I need tangible proof. What kind of proof would you need? Anything that would prove they were capable of flight. I could give you an experimental mechanized arachnid I've been developing. Quite handy to have around in a scuffle. It will heal you automatically. Here's a camera with pictures of them flying. Would that do it? Yes, vindication. Thank you for this. Not only will I be allowed to carry on my work, I can also make those advisors look ridiculous. And here's the medical arachnid I promised. Oh, and you may as well take the plans for it in case you have cause to need them. Thank you. And since you were kind enough to help me, if you ever need a mechanized gun built, just bring me the parts and I'll do it. Did I mention I also invented a mechanized gun? What parts would I need? You need to bring me a loading mechanism and a Clarington rifle. I'll remember that. Good day. Okay. So that's gone out of my inventory finally. Now let's see. We are still in Caledon. We still have to find a couple of things here. We have Arthur Tyron. Okay. Now, I can remember how to find fucking Arthur Tyron here. Or whoever's fucking related to him. Well, we'll get the shops mapped out, at least. Actually, wait, let's run in here real quick. Greetings, good sir. What can you tell me about Victor Misk? Absolutely nothing. Thanks a whole bunch, you fucking idiot. The toadstool. Now go inside the fucking room. Oh, I thought it crashed. I was about to fucking get real pissed. What have you heard, madam? You're the survivor of the blimp crash. Yes, that was me. What a fantastic story. She moves closer, rubbing against you. You must have gone through such a hard time. And alone, I presume? Please let me lighten your burden. What the hell? Let's see what she says. I think I'd better be on my way. I take my leave of you. Yeah, I don't really care. Hello, bartender. Heard anything interesting? Yeah, there's a werewolf here in town. That's another quest. And there's the magic shop, or one of them. Sobbing onion. Nope, nothing worthwhile here. Are any of these fucking people worth my time or what? Because... oh, there's the houses I need to go into. One of these houses is like over here. And none of those fucking places is actually getting recorded. That's one thing that honestly kind of pisses me off about this game, is the absolute fucking half-assed way this little map system works. Because you click on the fucking things, your guy's supposed to mark it on the map. So you don't have to, like, hunt around for places. Yeah, this is a murder scene right here. May I ask you a question? Can you direct me to the home of Victor Misk? 9 Grey Wolf Terrace. Okay, that's great. I think that's over here. Yes, that is. Now, are you going to mark it this time, or am I fucking... Hello, sir. Might I be of service? Yes. Might I ask who you are? I am Wesley Carrington, the butler here at the Misk household. Might I ask you a few questions, Wesley? Of course. Where can I find Mr. Victor Misk? You haven't heard? Oh, I see. Perhaps you ought to speak with Mrs. Misk. She's in the parlor. I'll do that. Thank you. You're standing right fucking here. A pleasure, madam. Might I ask who you are? The youngish woman before you is dressed in a dark blue gown, with a small hat and veil. She is strikingly beautiful. Her hair is a deep shade of amber, her eyes ice blue, but a little swollen and red. You surmise she's been crying. I'm Lillian Misk, wife of the late Victor Misk. The late Mr. Misk, he's dead? Yes, he just recently passed, and we put him in the ground not 4 days ago. I'm very sorry for your loss, madam. Have you a moment? Certainly. I'd like to talk to you about that book in the display case. Oh, that's called the Book of Durin's Truth, an ancient dwarven tome. I believe it was one of Victor's most prized possessions. I'm in need of that book. Is there any way I might procure it? Why on earth would you need to have that very book? I'm searching for the Iron Clan. And selling it after all. You're interested in buying it? Of course, what price were you thinking? Fuck it, give me the fucking book. I do need that for Magnus. Iron Clan, Stonewall Range. Search ye for the truths of Durin. Do you seek the stone in its shape? Then walk the path and know the path he follows in its wake. Have you found the place of voices? Have you heard the message clear? I think you have. I know you have, or else you'd not be here. The road from here is not much longer. You've traveled far to see this light. Your heart keep strong, your courage long, the morning will be bright. Now travel to the vault of iron and bring with you the key of glass. The door swings wide, and then inside you find your truth at last. Okay, well, I'm going to make this little fucking carry the book. You can also carry this shit, too. Well, he's actually kind of weighed down, so... And they keep picking shit up off the ground whenever we get into random fights. Okay, well, I know that Arthur, what's his fucking ass? Or that other guy, he's fucking dead, so...
Excuse me, I'll just be a moment.
Told you I was sick. Beloved father. Hey, who blew out the candle? Victor missed. There we go. Wait for that guard to wander the fuck away. Go away, fuckface! This cocksucker's gonna circle the whole fucking time, isn't he? The binding on this book is most obviously a fake. Roseboro gift shop. Okay. Alright, so where the fuck did dipshit go?
Oh, I'm sorry. I had something to do here. I'm ready to go when you are.
Virgil, what are you doing here? Whose grave is this?
Nothing. This is someone I used to know. Many years ago. I just thought I should stop by and pay my respects.
Lawrence Brumman, was he a friend of yours?
Lawrence was my friend. We grew up together. In Tarant, actually. Our, families moved to Caledon when we were older. He died in an accident. Terrible accident. I don't want to talk about it. Please, let's just be on our way. I'm sorry, well, forget it. Perhaps another time.
Okay, so basically... I'd forgotten about how much of a pain in the fucking ass this damn quest can actually be. Let me see here. I'll be right back. Hello, how do you do? Greetings, dwarf. May I ask who you are? I am Bingham Schulfast, the gravekeeper for the cemetery. How can I help you? Bingham Schulfast, that doesn't sound like a dwarven name. It's not. You see, I grew up in Caledon, and although I do have a true dwarven name, my family doesn't care at all for ancient dwarven history. We're city dwarves and proud of it. It's a new world, and most dwarves around here like it that way. Of course, there's my neighbor's boy. Oh, what was his name? Malcolm Schulfest, I think. It was always making up things about his ancient clan and whatnot. Hey, hold on a minute. There he is. What is it, Bingman? There he is, Malcolm, he points to Magnus. We haven't seen you for 50 years. What have you been off to? Where have you been off to? Your father was getting worried. You're only 150 years old, you know. You talking about him, pointing to Magnus. Yes, that's him, all right. So good to see you, Malcolm. Where were you off? Another one of those crazy quests to find your lost clan? Bingham winks at you. Little Malcolm, what an imagination. Could you wait a moment, Bingham? Magnus?
Let's humor this old fool for a while. He might be able to help us, and if playing along with his delusions helps our cause, I'm willing to do so.
Of course, but you don't know this dwarf?
This city dwarf? Of course not. I am a dwarf of the old tradition. I care little for these dwarves who forget their history and their heritage.
Right, but he does seem to know who you are.
What? You must be joking. Look at him. He's grown soft. And his beard. I'd go so far as to say he probably trims it.
You're probably right, Malcolm.
Don't take the farce too far.
Just stay in character. Bingham might ask you a few questions. What do you know about Roseboro or its gift shop? Roseboro, I don't know much about the place or this shop you're talking about, but I know where it is. It's just north of Caledon. Here, I'll mark your map. Good day to you. Alright. Well, in that case, that's a good fucking time to get the hell out of the town. Oh, for fuck's sake. Swear to God, the way the AI blocks your automatic running pathing really chaps my fucking ass. I mean, if you're gonna force somebody to run across a half a mile of fucking city map, the least you can do is make sure your damned automatic run navigation thing will actually work. I gotta remember where the hell the glass key is, too. That's a issue. Because the glass key is not coming to mind right off the top of my head. Oh, Greater Wyvern's awesome sauce. This is going to go over well. Well, they're only level 20. Oh, it's gonna attack my ass, and yeah, we have to... I think if I remember right, you have to rob the graves in Roseboro. Yeah, that stone there got some other, got another use for later on in the game. Where the fuck is the graveyard in this shithole? Fucking dump-ass town. Yeah, there's only a couple of graves here, so... Okay, save, because just in case someone sees me do this. Oh, fuck it. He ain't using it no more. My karma's just spiraling down like a motherfucker. Well, that pocket watch is not of any use to me. Well, I could have sworn it was buried in a damn grave here. Maybe I'm not remembering right. I don't fucking know. I guess I'll go to the gift shop. I could have swore it was buried in a grave. Maybe it's not triggered correctly. I don't know. I'm also remembering having to go to, like, the lead church of the Panari religion and shit like that, too. Like I said, it's been over 10 years since I played this, and there have been a lot of other games in between then and now. Did you answer some questions about this matchbook? Yes, this is one of our matchbooks. What questions do you have about it? I found a dead man at the IFS Zephyr crash. Did you know him? There's one person it could have been. Who? Well, it is the strangest tale, really. Late one night, I noticed all manner of strange light and sound emanating from the ring. Not long after the ruckus had ceased, a haggard and disheveled man arrived here, inquiring about a room for the night. The poor fellow looked quite a fright. What was so strange about him? He had quite an odd look about him. Gaunt, clean-shaven, but with the features and clothing of a dwarf. Yet he could not possibly have been a dwarf. No dwarf I have ever heard of would sacrifice his beard to the knife. Even today, I cannot say I truly knew his race. Was there anything else? He had no coin about him. I was about to turn him away when he offered me an exceptionally fine dwarven blade as compensation. A beautiful piece it was, inscribed with the initials BMC, Black Mountain Clan. It fetched quite a price when I sold it. He surely must have been a dwarf. Was there anything more? The only other inquiry he made to me was for the quickest route to Torrent. I told him that this was normally a lengthy journey, but that he was in luck. The maiden voyage of the IFS Zephyr would be leaving from Caledon shortly. It was surely to be the quickest way to Torrent. Or the quickest way to die. Yes, the Zephyr was such an incredible tragedy. Oh yes, I let him know that he would need proper identification to board. He looked the type to be lacking such, so I referred him to a man I've heard of in Caledon, Mr. Razia. Rather a shady character, but helpful when it comes to passports. So he said he was going to get on the Zephyr. Are you positive? He thanked me and went to his room. When I woke the next morning, he was gone. He did not say a word, just left. Oh, well, I told you he was a strange one. Anyway, that is the only person I know that would have been on an accursed flight. Just a few more questions. What can you tell about Victor Misk? He thinks that's worthless, but whatever. Now, where the fuck is the gift shop? What have you heard? I will be leaving now. Yeah. I don't even really remember the layout to Roseboro. I think this is basically just Roseboro Inn. Gotta find another business here. I think. This is the part of the game where it was pretty obvious that they rushed a bunch of shit out, though. You know, they were running out of time, and so they kind of had to pinch it off, so to speak. Okay, I don't know if either of these are it. I gotta find the gift shop. So the areas are they kind of feel a little unfinished. Okay, so I think these are houses and not businesses. That's not marked. I'm just running it anyway. Hi, what? May I ask you a question? Anything unusual I should know about? I'll be leaving now. Well, that's another house. Okay, I'm feeling a little annoyed at this point. Because I only see 2 graves. I remember digging a fucking grave up to get this shit, though. At least I think I do. Okay, well, fuck off then, dude. Go fuck yourself. Alright, I'm gonna have to look this up real quick, because I'm not wanting to flail around anymore. I just want to get this part of the game done. Okay, well, here's this grave. Yeah, it's not marked as a freshly dug grave, but, yeah, whatever. Of course, it's Philip Mist. I thought the fucker crashed for a minute there. I was about to fucking get seriously pissed. Well, we don't need that book anymore. Horror Among the Dark Elves. Well, read that. I don't think we need that anymore. Yeah, it shows you the location. You can pause and read that if you want. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see about bumping this Arthur Tyrion quest. Oh, for God's sake, man. Long-winded fucking book. Okay, save. And we're going to run back down to Caledon, and I'm going to go and hit that guy's place up, hopefully. Yeah, some of the quests are not exactly the easiest in the world, and there's no way to select which quest you currently want to deal with. So basically, doing things like finding that little glass key you need for the Iron Clan is pretty much guesswork. Or read a fucking guide. Admittedly, Fallout 1 and 2 did the same shit, but they had the excuse of being basically the first in their class. But hell, this was the way games were back in the day, and in truth, many of the RPGs of the time were a lot worse anyway, as far as that kind of thing went. Especially the the first-person RPGs, like Eye of the Beholder series. Well, pretty much all of those. You know, up until about the about mid-90s, when games like Ravenloft, Straw's Possession came out, and those started actually adding maps and things like that. And, you know, clues to the game so you could actually find your way around without banging your head against a wall for hours on end. Okay. I believe this asshole's house is... this way. Look. It would help if the fucking map would not be so hinky. Yeah, a lot of people called Caledon kind of incomplete compared to Torrent. And I can understand why they would say that, because it does feel kind of half-assed compared to Torrent. I think that's roughly the area I want to be in. What do you want? What are you doing here? You're working for them, aren't you? Working for who? He says nothing for a moment, his eyes darting from side to side, perhaps looking for the best escape route. You know who. The day has finally come. Is that it? Arthur Tyron. It's become too dangerous to be allowed to stay alive. You're Arthur Tyron? D. Caesar sent me. He grabs you. The skulls. Have you brought the skulls? Yes, here they are. He examines them with barely contained excitement. Yes, it is all coming together now. What is? I have uncovered a plot, the ramifications of which could bring down the government of Tarant, but I will need your help to finish my work. Is that so? His eyes dart around again suspiciously. Haven't you ever wondered where all these half-ogres are coming from? 100 years ago, a half-ogre was a rare thing, usually the result of raping and pillaging, but human women aren't equipped to birth a baby the size of a half-ogre. That is rather strange. I never thought of it before. He leans in close to you, intensity dripping from his brow. They are breeding them. They've enslaved women and are forcing them to mate with ogres, I tell you. Who is? Who's doing this? The gnomes of the Industrial Council in Tarant. Haven't you ever noticed that every gnome seems to have at least one or two half-ogres always following them around? They're breeding them for protection. And this is true. They all are following them around. What does all of this have to do with the skulls? The Siamese twins were the result of their first twisted breeding experiments. They tried to breed elves with works to produce a breed of extremely strong, resilient mages that they could then control. This was before it was obvious that technology would one day rule Arcanum, of course. So what happened? The twins were the only viable offspring to come from those experiments. They were scheduled to be put to death, but they disappeared from the laboratory before their termination could take place. They appeared in high society some 20 years later. We believe they must have been under the protection of a powerful ally of ours on the council for them to survive that long. I could possibly help you. What would I need to do? Through my research, I've discovered the most likely location for this breeding facility is a small island I've dubbed Half-Ogre Island, near Thanatos. You would then need to find a way into their laboratories to bring me some sort of evidence I can use to expose them to the world. You piqued my interest. I will do it. Excellent. Here, let me mark your map with the location of the island, and don't speak with anyone else about this. It could be unhealthy for you and me. Agreed. I shall return with your proof. Alright guys, that looks like a good spot to call it, and I think next time we'll just stop the main quest, go to the Isle of Half-Ogres, and I'm going to look it up and see where the hell the glass key is, because I'd kind of like to knock that one out too next time. But I got a niggling feeling that that's actually at the Panari's temple. So if that's the case, then yeah, it might have to wait. But anyway, nonetheless, we'll see about what goes on. So I will catch you guys next time.